Pressure makes diamonds are coal.
Gentlemen.
Diamonds are coal, yeah.
Gentlemen.
Pressure makes diamonds are coal.
Gentlemen.
Diamonds are coal, yeah. It's just two dudes being gents talking sports.
That's what I love about Wyatt. He can talk himself into anything.
Welcome in to what is 20 times 3? What is 30 times 2? It's 60. Welcome into episode 60 of Two Gents
Just
Talking
hurt my
Sports
brain.
and shit. I know. I wanted to ruin your brain before we started because Joe and I have a little combo. How was Florida?
Florida. Why's my name Florida?
You went on a vacay.
Yeah, we went down to the Keys. We went down to the marathon. Chilled there for the week, Saturday to Saturday. We drove. I did about, I'd say maybe 90% of the driving, but low 90s
95.
maybe. What did you say, 90?
I said 95. Did she pump the
85.
gas?
85, okay.
All right. Is she standing there?
But yeah, no, it was, the drive home was way better than the drive there. For some
Of course it is because you're getting home.
But no, it was good. Weather was 88, 85, something like that all week. Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful blue skies. We saw some manatee. We saw a manatee last night. That was crazy.
Okay. You did. You simplified that one.
And we went to the Everglades on the way home.
Saw a pack of lions. I saw a lion. There was lion's footprints.
I saw
What?
a lion. Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was good to get away for a little bit.
Of course.
But yeah, good to be back though. It's snowing. It was snowing earlier. That was.
Yeah, not exciting.
What
welcome
is
home.
that? What is that? Thank you, good
All
sir.
right, so we're gonna get
Welcome
into
to our
we're gonna
show.
get into it.
Two
Yeah,
Jets
you
talking
picked
sports.
Florida. I think you picked Florida earlier. Did you pick Florida to go all the way?
Houston.
Houston. Okay, so you're
Austin
still on point. Did you
Cougars.
say you had Florida and Houston in some of your brackets?
No, I had Florida I had MSU going on that side.
Oh, that's right. But you had Houston, MSU.
It was versus Florida.
That
and
sounds
every time.
Huh.
Did I?
All right.
But yeah,
Well,
versus Houston. Though,
Duke collapses, I guess. And Houston makes it there.
Yeah, Duke. So that's what I wanted to ask you. Is it a breakdown? Is it a comeback or a collapse? Or both?
Oh, it's a collapse. It's 100% collapse.
I mean,
Duke
no
lost the
shots.
game.
They had to hit some shots.
This is like what 1 out of 10 in the last 9 minutes or something. I
Duke?
feel like
They had one field goal in the last 10 minutes.
is it Shire is the coach's name? John Shire.
John, yeah. Jonathan.
Shire.
Yeah.
Jonathan Shire.
Yep.
Right. I feel like he was from the Shire a little bit, and he was like a hobbit in a situation where he didn't know what to do.
Kind of froze.
Yeah, like there was the demon horse, and all the other Shire folk
He
were
was
looking
looking
at
up
him.
at
The
Coach
hobbits
K
were looking
like,
at him like, "What are we doing here?
Dude.
That guy's
What is
definitely after
happening?
you." And you're here. We all felt him with the worms and all that. Everybody felt that, right? Everybody was around us. We all
Yeah.
felt that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hanging around you. They are heroes for that. But whatever. So Shire was in the Shire, and the only problem I have is the Cooper Flag foul where he didn't hit anybody and didn't do anything got called to give the Houston Cougars. We found out today, Cougars. I was looking up and I forgot what their mascot was. The Cougars, the lead with a very limited amount of time. I forget what it was. It was not a lot of time left. I think they should have to hit a shot to get the lead. That's just me. I don't care. Duke blew the game.
It was around
Doesn't matter.
30 seconds.
But I feel like that's a very, very bad move by the officiating when they hadn't called that all night, and then just in that point you need to call something. You don't need to call that. We'd already wasted 20 minutes in plays.
when they box out like that in the lane for the rebound or for the free throw shot. I'm sorry. The job of those two guys.
Well, they do.
in
The box out the lane for the rebound.
But I'm saying their job is to pinch the middle of a defender, and they act like they never saw that middle defender jump up and try to fight for the ball or something. It was kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's all he did.
It was weird.
Cooper Flag didn't pinch him at all. the ball just like landed in his hand,
Yeah.
and he's like swung his hand up, and they called a foul on him.
What's he supposed to do?
It was the weirdest thing I've seen, and that's cool. Whatever. I called Duke.
I don't think that was it. I don't think that was why they lost. I just think,
No, it wasn't. No, it definitely wasn't. They stopped running their offense. They completely stopped running their offense. They ran early. Yep.
I think Duke played to not lose that game.
In the end.
So,
in the first part, they played to
usually going to
win.
get you. Like, that's kind of like playing poker, poker tournament, and you're just blinding and blinding and blinding and blinding, and just trying to win, trying not to lose, and then eventually, guess what's going to happen? You're gonna get blinded out or something like that. So you can't do that.
That's fine, but I'm just telling you that they called that call, but there was fucking at least 7 calls on Houston when they were 94 feet pressuring to get back in the game and score all those points. They fouled almost every single time. They fouled almost every play, and we were fine with it because they let the game play out the whole time. But then to give them that one to get the lead was just weird. It was because they could have called them for fouls almost every single play. Like there's a foul on almost every single play. Went 94 feet.
There's a rule that most refs should live by, and that's nothing marginal in the last 3-4 minutes.
But that's the thing. They didn't call anything. They called nothing marginal. And honestly, they didn't call anything blatant for Houston in the last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not pissed. I called it wrong. So let's move on.
What I didn't, one thing I have, though, on that is I thought Cooper Flagg being a freshman, I feel like he should have waited I'd say at least another 5 seconds, maybe 4, at least 4 seconds to initiate that drive. But I feel like he was like, ooh, I see an opening. And he tried to take it. It was a tough shot. I mean, the guy was guarding him.
I just feel like Cooper Flagg being a freshman in that position, we shouldn't even care. I mean, sometime the funny thing I heard.
And I don't think it hurts his stock either, that game.
It doesn't. He's going number one. He
played great. Yeah. What's he going to do? Move to.
Okay, but.
Oh, they're going to wait a little longer during the draft clock.
I think it was Ryan Russillo who said, like, he'll be like 60 at a grocery store in Maine, and some old ass dude would come up to him, like, how could you lose that game? That's rough.
You bastard.
Yeah.
I did also think that
he's the best player on the court. He did. Yeah. He shit the bed down the stretch.
He impressed me, actually. I think it helped his draft stock, if anything.
He has no weaknesses.
But I thought, he's a good size. He's very talented, footwork. Very great. Right. He makes the right plays. Also,
I got a great question.
Smart.
I got a great question for you then.
Yeah.
Should he power out of getting picked by a shitty ass team?
How would he?
The same way like Kobe did. There's a few players that done that shit, and they were like, "We're not gonna ever re-sign with you. We're not gonna be happy with you if you just like move us around, like maybe get us to a team, like and not get picked by Charlotte."
He seems like a good.
That's fine, but I'm just saying,
like a good teammate, like somebody that's just gonna do what's best for the team. And
that's not with a guy like him. That's not what he should do. He should do what's best for him. I don't trust him. LaMelo Ball, I don't trust
amongst, these the great ones or whatever that came out of college. Like,
what would be the biggest fuckery? Well, he's the fourth
better than Carmelo
Wooden Award winner. Hold on, fourth Wooden Award winner freshman. It's Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, and hold on, I have the other one here.
I think he's a better teammate than both of them.
Zion,
as far as like, I'm going to make you guys better.
Do you think he can make LaMelo Ball better?
I think he'll do his damnedest to try.
When LaMelo Ball has the ball for 36% of the time?
Well, I think he can run the ball too, though. I think he can bring it up and initiate and do a lot of stuff too. So that could help LaMelo Ball play off the ball a little bit so he can get some.
You believe in Charlotte's organization?
They got the number 1 pick for sure.
No.
Oh, no, it's a lottery. Yeah. No,
it is. He could go. I'm just saying, like, if it's a team like that, if he goes to what would be the biggest fuckery ever is if Philadelphia gets the lottery pick, the number 1 pick. That's the biggest bullshit of all time.
I am so happy.
Yeah.
I can't even say.
That would be so funny. They actually could trade Embiid, but they still wouldn't get like 5 cents on the dollar. And then Paul George, who knows?
Flag and Maxey. That's a good start. Anyways, moving on.
All right, we went off on a tangent. Can we talk about Sorry. Can we talk about Florida?
Florida. Yeah, it was. Speaking of Florida, yeah, I drove down.
You were just there.
Yeah, I was there. But anyway, speaking of that, whatever coincidence, we were driving through on Saturday night when MSU was playing in Atlanta. Right. So we were driving through.
I've been there before.
So
I've been there before.
Sweet. And then we saw this big barricade of like, I don't know, it was like 30 cop cars. And I was like, oh, somebody got shot or something. I was like, oh, wait, no, they're like transporting somebody or like, I don't know. Like, it was crazy. It looked like, I was like, whoa, it must be like Burt Reynolds or something.
The year they were in Florida, or the year I was in Florida, like a long, long time ago, it was the year they played Duke and burned the couch for the first time.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. And we didn't know, we couldn't find it or anything. And then Pete, I will say my stepdad, Pete, who's a dick, but that's fine. Well, mention him. He pulled into a Walmart to let us go in and watch it on there. We like went in and got them to turn it on their TVs and their thing so we could like see. We're like, how does this TV look? Yeah, it was a solid move. I was like, good for you.
Thoughtful.
They're gonna be playing, yeah. Thoughtful.
But Florida, what is that? Florida wins 79-73. Very, very, very close game. Auburn's a tough out. I didn't see the phone though at all in that game. Versus MSU, they were like, I don't even know, call me. Like, I don't know.
He was too big for MSU.
Yeah.
And we have no plan.
For what? Him?
No, anything.
Well,
I don't think MSU had any plan.
We didn't double at all in the paint.
I don't think it had any plan whatsoever.
When we did double, we were effective because he was trying to attack, not kick it, and initiate the three-point shooters. So, I mean, MSU.
I'm gonna put it this way.
So put it this way, or really quick, no plan, and they still only lost by like a couple possessions.
I don't think Florida had any plan either.
Just played their game, basically. That's
no, I just think that Walter Clayton Jr. took over the game and won it for him.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
he scored 34 points.
Well, that's what Flag,
like the top
do,
7 guys. Right? That's equal to them.
Yeah, 34. Elijah Martin had 17, and Broome only led with 15 points for Auburn.
No, Baker Mazzara had 18.
Oh, yeah.
He hit a couple of top threes. He had one where he got fouled early and hit a 3 off some wacky shit. But he's also a poor decision maker. Like he reminds me of kind of like the Ja Morant type where they make personal decisions over team decisions.
Shots fired.
No, he got benched at one point by his own coach. So it's not like me saying the shit. Sorry. Yeah. During the NCAA tournament, he got benched at one point in time.
Apology not accepted. There.
Fine. So whatever. Florida, again, we're this late.
Houston. So we'll see.
You got who in Houston? MSU?
Houston and MSU, yeah. But I had MSU beating St. John's.
Houston. Anyways. I don't think Houston beats Florida. I just think that it's going to be proof what everything else proves, and that kid, Clayton Jr. is, even though he's old, he'll be a lottery pick. He's like 22. So
22, yep.
Yeah. So he's like 1 year younger than Anthony Edwards. It's not like that, but it's close.
Yeah. He's a little older. No, I'm joking.
He is. So, but he'll still get drafted early. And I think that Ryan Russillo, another pickup from him, he said, and he's right, it's the same thing with like decision making. We were talking about this earlier. When you can make a decision on the fly and it's quick and it's on point and you know what you're doing, it's split second decisions is an upper tier decision level, thing. As far as shooting, it's the same thing. Steph Curry, Dirk is another one. And then that kid right there, like when he adjusted, a lot of cops going by my house right now. A lot of robberies going on. When he adjusted, he could easily pop off a shot, and it was just natural, just flying off his fingers, even in an adjusted situation. And it's making the difference between guys that have to spot up and shoot and guys that can take shots off the dribble or take shots when they can, actually feel when they
20, 30 different ways you can get a shot off from different situations, standing, dribbling, not
right,
dribbling,
but there's not 20 or 30 different guys that can do it all the time.
No, I'm just saying. So, yeah, the more you practice all those, like Steph Curry, that's why he does a crazy warm-up and routine and all that, the better you're going to be in every situation. And a lot of guys would just practice spot up or maybe dribble, step back or something like that. coming off a screen. It's like, man, there's so much more. So,
But even if they practice those, they're not going to be. That's the thing. That's what makes those guys special.
yeah.
Adjusting your hands and wrists, it's really like hand, wrist, and fingers and all that, really. Because when their base is fucked up, that's when you notice it the most.
It's really your base and keeping your balance.
Right, but keeping your balance can be they can rise above that. They can rise above their base being messed up because their hand work and their everything else is so clean.
Well, the key is they just, even if they look off balance, they're still solid though. They're still, their core, their hips are at the basket. I mean, it's still a great.
No, I know
shot.
what you're saying.
Where some guys,
right, but I'm saying
they
like
can't stay balanced, and
if I'm saying I know what you're saying. I'm just saying like everything else is so perfect that even once they're off balance with their feet, everything else is so on balance that they're still squared. That's the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So
just a quick
Cooper
reminder.
Flag's going first.
Just a quick reminder, guys. Thank you guys for listening. We just would love you guys could subscribe on YouTube, hit the bell buttons, rate, review, leave a comment. If you have any questions, leave the comments or leave your questions in the comments there. And we just appreciate you guys all.
Absolutely. Anyway, is Walter Clayton Jr. now a top 10 pick in the NBA draft? Even without this,
he helped his stock a lot for sure, and I'm sure he'll have a pretty damn good game tonight, also. So,
who do you got? This is on the 7th, Monday the 7th. So
I think Florida's going to win.
You think Florida's going to win?
Yeah, I picked Houston River on the bracket, but I think Florida. Just watching the teams,
if they allow Houston to go ape shit physically, then Houston will probably win. But otherwise, Florida has a better team.
Yeah, but Houston might have better athletes. I saw where every player on the team runs under a 5.4 mile.
Who's your favorite Florida player of all time?
Favorite Florida player of all time?
Mm-hmm.
I like. Obviously, I like Horford, and he's still doing it.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with Joakim Noah, just because he looks like a crazy person,
And his dad won the French Open.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Who, Noah's or Horford's?
Noah's dad.
Noah's,
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll do a quick other little.
I know Leandro picked Houston because they're all super athletic, and he thinks they're going to run him out the gym basically and wear him down. So that's not a bad
They do
pick.
have a lot of athletes. Oh, weird ass stat. Last night, Toronto against Brooklyn, they had 8 guys in double figures. I thought that was interesting.
One team?
Yeah. Toronto against Houston or against Brooklyn last night.
Yeah, well, tonight we're going to have a team effort, okay? Go
Pretty
out
much.
there and hustle. Everybody, do it.
It'd be so
Work
funny
hard.
if they had a coach that talked like that. That'd be awesome. It was so funny because they took a picture with Wayne Gretzky and Ovechkin. Oh, we should talk about that. Ovechkin broke the record of goals in the NHL. We should talk about that real quick.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
impressive.
Because I think Brandon.
Gretzky's
I talked
almost
to Brandon
like a
about it.
damn.
Brandon Fitzgerald. Shout out Brandon Fitzgerald.
Fitzy.
I talked to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I asked him how big of a deal this was, and he was like, "It's a really big deal." And also, he has the second most hits or something like that all time, like hitting other players, which is rare for a goal scorer.
He's a hockey player, man, and he's big.
I know, but to have the most goals all time and
Gretzky
the
wasn't
second most
that big.
hits all
Isn't
time.
that big? Obviously, you could see in their picture, but yeah, Gretzky isn't as big.
Well, no, I know, and Gretzky is like the amount of shots they took too is amazingly, and Gretzky's efficiency was it's whatever. Yeah, he broke one of the records. It's cool, and it's all heavy. Even though when they took the picture, you can see Gretzky standing next to him, and Gretzky looks like either like is it Willy Wonka or a dude that wants me to get into his vein. I don't want either one of those things.
He could be both.
That's fine, but that's what he looks like.
He looks younger than Ovechkin.
You should
right
find
now.
his picture and be able to post it. I'll send you the picture. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, he'll speak at like Fortune 500 companies. He came to Lauren's company one year and spoke to them and stuff. And I was like, damn, I didn't know he was balling like that. But all right,
Who?
Gretzky.
He's not balling like that if he had to come speak to them. How many kids does he have in his basement? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly,
Broom, I think
that,
Broom would be a good pick. Oh, sorry.
I think breaking any Broom will be a good pick in the NBA.
I think so. I think he reminds me
put
of.
it on the board. I got zero.
He reminds me
That's
of
so funny.
like Cat. Oh my
That's
god!
He is nothing like Cat. He has no
He just
outside game.
Same body. He hit that.
He reminds me
with,
of Isaiah Hardenstein, but way slower and no passing ability.
I think he's really good at decision. His decision making, I think, is very. It's like top.
It's not bad.
Like he had one play where he like passed it to the wing, or no, he tried to hit a backdoor cut to the player on the wing. It didn't happen, so he just swung it to him. And the player drove, kicked to him, then refilled, and then he passed it. Broom passed it to the same guy, and then give and go, and then scored off and then he got the foul. That's when he got the foul at the end, which I thought was probably a block. They're like, there's a lot of body on the below the shot or the ball, and I'm like, I don't see it.
He's a college player that I'm not buying, but that's just me. I don't think he.
I don't like his attitude. I don't
mind that. I don't mind that part of it. I know what you're saying. He's got a little bit of that. I'm okay with that part, but I think that part in that he makes you a Dylan Brooks, but Dylan Brooks. But I think Dylan Brooks is more talented. Yes. I know it's almost like they look the same, so I'm like making that comparison.
Brooks
that's not
and Cat and there's somebody else I think he reminds me of.
At Kentucky was way better.
Oh my god. All right. Well. Gretzky,
you know what we should go
shout
into?
Out Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Incredible. He's going to keep going. Well, apparently his jersey that he was wearing yesterday is worth somewhere between 200 and 500 million right now.
Shit stinks so bad.
Oh my god. What should we go into, brother? Or do you want to take a quick break?
No. Yeah, let's take a break.
All right. We'll be right back. Two Gents talking sports.
And shit. Okay. Let's go into UConn. Women.
Yep. UConn. And Gino, you asked me about Yukin. You asked me about Yukin. Is he the best? I think that's a good question.
It is what it is.
He's good.
He's fine.
Let me grab like a water.
I'm gonna take a piss too. Yeah.
Be right back.
We'll be back. All right. Welcome back. We're gonna talk about UConn women.
Yukin.
And Gino winning his 12th title.
Gino.
12 titles in college sports seems a little excessive. No, it seems almost impossible.
A little greedy, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
what's it?
Yeah, he had Sue Bird, and he had Brianna Stewart, and he had Deanna Strauzi, and he had Maya Moore, and he had amazing players. But to win it with all of them and all this, and the majority of his players never went 4 years without getting a title. Not all of them, but the majority.
Well, the impressive thing is he kept players there.
Yeah. Well, the WNBA is a little different. They don't go after their freshman season. They usually, if they leave any time early, it's after their junior. Most of them stay senior year too.
But I'm talking, transfer portals, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They just stay there. They stay.
Yep. UConn is easily the best women's program ever at this point, even over Tennessee.
Shout out.
Yep.
Pass
on. And I feel like it was incredible to see this game break down the way it did. Dawn Staley knew it was over really early. UConn has three of the best players in the country, and two of them are coming back. One of them is like the all freshman, like this, that, and the other. So Paige Becker is the stud. She was not involved really at all. And then a girl named AZ Fudd, who I thought was Elmer Fudd's daughter. Kayla didn't like that at all, but I kept saying it.
Very skilled.
She was very quiet behind Paige Becker. And she came up with 24 points. This girl named Sarah Strong, who's this big, tall post who can shoot threes, but she has awareness. Like she came down with a rebound at one point where the game was getting a little bit out of hand for South Carolina. South Carolina, two girls snatched at the ball from her, and she was able to wrestle it away from her and just like dip it off to her teammate, avoiding a jump ball. Didn't matter which way the possession or arrow was going, but she just did something. It's those little things you notice in a game where your awareness is above awareness, where you're like, the best thing for me to do right now is not wrestle this away from these two people, but to just tip it off to my teammate, and then they can run, and they're at an advantage.
And react at the same time. Right. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yes, and she was so fantastic in this game. She ended up with 24, 15, and 5 assists. She is an incredible, and she's a freshman, so Gino's got her for and AZ Fudd was and oh, I'm sorry, Beckers ended up with 17. I think she was really bad early as far as offense went, but she was great defensively. She was down low, hitting balls away from people, getting her hands on everything. She was impacting the game, so she wasn't out of it. She just wasn't shooting well. And then her TikTok friend, KK Arnold. Mm-hmm. Late in the game, she came in and she was 3 for 3 and had 9 points, but all of them were on layups. She had 3 and 1s, and I think she got like a technical foul too. And she was, it was a beat down by UConn. They beat the shit out of them.
They beat down everybody this tournament.
Yep.
They have a margin of average 20.
It was incredible.
25, something like that.
Yeah, it was incredible, and I'm glad that Paige got her. I almost shed a tear when she walked off the court because that's her last college game, and her and Gino hugging was a big deal.
She had something to go to, you know what I mean? Something else. You know what I mean? She's moving on.
He'll be the number one pick.
Else. Yeah. Where I saw a post or video a while back, during regionals and shit like that in states for high school, and this girl, like, they showed her the game ending, and she's like walking over to her coach, and then she's like, it's crazy. The heading was like, it's crazy to play basketball for the last, 14, 15 years, and then for it to all end on a random Tuesday night. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, Paige Beckers is incredible. Juju Watkins, she got banged up. I don't know if they would have did any more damage than they did, or probably a little more, but in the tournament, but with her, but she's incredible. She'll be back though next year.
It's a good time for women's ball.
Yeah, no, it's got a good spotlight on it, and it's actually for a good reason. Not like given. It's earned.
The main thing I noticed is, and especially like people will say defense wins championships, and realistically, they would say that South Carolina would have the edge in that, but UConn's defense was absolutely suffocating, and it just showed also like
a game plan. Execute.
South Carolina revolved more around defense. You have to have both, and UConn's offense was so more. It is just superior. Their offense was superior. Their plays they ran, everything they ran offensively was superior. Everything that South Carolina ran was
Paige Beckers one-on-one.
No.
Who won?
I'd have to look. I can look for us. Hold on.
Probably did, or she was like second. So you get that combination of that caliber of player and that caliber of coach, and kind of what you get.
I can't believe I don't know that right off the top. No, it's Juju Watkins.
Oh, okay.
Juju Watkins is a better player than Paige Becker, though. And that's why Kayla hates it, because Kayla's like sports wife is Paige. She loves her. She loves her on TikTok, and she thinks
she thick.
She's awesome. That's cool. But what she is she's Klay Thompson.
Who?
Paige Becker. She's not Klay Thompson, but she's kind of like Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
She's a lot of come off screen and pull up.
Yeah.
For where she's from, going. She can break you down. She can make things happen. She can do all that. But her biggest talent is pulling up off of a screen and like a Draymond. It's the same thing. Very similar. Juju Watkins can handle, like, there are people who can play make and there are people who cannot. The difference between Paige and Caitlin Clark. It's like, do you want her? I would rather have. The funny thing is, I told Kayla, I was like, I'd rather have AZ Fudd with the ball than Caitlin or than Beckers.
Yeah.
Because she just knew what she was doing. She was getting down
She
and
knows what she's doing with the ball, if you know what I mean.
with the balls, if you know what I mean.
And
So is Gino
during two-ball dribble
Auriemma?
drills,
Gino Auriemma is a top 5 all-time basketball coach. I don't care what anyone says. Doing it in college.
is he top 3?
We talked about that earlier. I don't know, man. So what? Top 1 is what? Number 1 is what? Phil Jackson? Is he number 1? But he got Michael Jordan and then Kobe and Shaq.
I think this is a topic and discussion that needs to be tabled. We could discuss
That's fine.
it a
We can
little
table
more,
it.
but I'm saying
Who's number 2?
Wooden maybe.
Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich, number 2.
What Wooden do? 12 and 14.
Wooden. Yeah.
Or something
Okay,
like
fine.
that?
Wooden. All right, but
10
Wooden
and
never
12.
coached in the pros.
Yeah.
People look at the pros higher.
Yeah.
So is
No,
it Greg Popovich?
12.
12.
Coach K has 5.
Men's is different. But yeah, no.
Sound like cat. Men's is different. Oh my god.
I feel like early 2000s, like it wasn't so focused on women's basketball. So like winning one now means more, you know. I'm serious though. Actually, I feel like Gino did take advantage of the system when he had the system, and also he got Shaq a couple times. Brianna Stewart was like Shaq. Like when she played for UConn, she was like Shaq. So
yeah, she's awesome.
I don't think he's below top 5 basketball coach of all time though. I can't.
He's
put him below
definitely
that.
in the top 5 for sure.
He has to be.
That's something we should do. Top 5 all time basketball coaches.
Anything? Basketball coaches?
Football coaches.
Well, it's Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich probably.
Auerbach. What do you think?
Pat Riley, got to be in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Red Auerbach. No, Red Auerbach is a manager though, or was he a coach?
He was a coach. He won.
Too. Yeah, he's probably right in there. So that's
And he
4.
Made the decision to make Bill Russell the coach too. He was like, I think you should
Larry
be
Brown's
the
probably
coach.
5.
Who?
Larry Brown's probably
Larry
5.
Brown.
Yeah.
But where's Gino? Or are you talking NBA?
Yeah.
Okay.
We said you wanted top 5 NBA. I just gave it to
No,
you.
I said basketball coach. Like,
Oh, okay.
even like JJ Redick, if he wins the championship this year, the fact that he went from 7th grade rec ball coach to a championship
You got time
NBA
to do
winning
another one?
coach, that would be incredible. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got time to
I think that put him in the
You got
top
time to do another one, sir?
50. Sir, I was making an excellent revelation there. I was trying to ignore the fact that you were asking me a question, but JJ Redick, coach of the year. Anyway, or coach of top 10.
Coach of the year?
I'm joking. Nothing. No.
What do you mean?
I think he's a good
probably
coach. I think he is a good coach. I think he is a really good coach. But no, I don't think coach of the year.
Are you sure?
I think it'd have to be, or I wish it could be JB Bickerstaff, because did you know that the Pistons went
Bickerstaff is
from
coach of the year. There's no
14
question about that. Yeah, for the
they went from
Pistons, there's
14
Bickerstaff.
wins to they're at 43 right now.
They're the only team that's ever tripled their win amount from the year before.
That's what I was
Ever.
trying to say, but I didn't know how to articulate it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
I'm
that.
sorry.
No,
My
thank
bad.
you. The fans had no idea what the fuck I was talking about.
I did.
First
I
half,
kind of
Bob.
did, and I also
Sorry.
interrupted you. I'm sorry. Do you have
was,
time to do another one so we could talk
the
NBA?
swear jar, a nickel. Yeah, we got to do a segment called Poker Game. So yeah, we will be back. Actually, we're not even do another episode. We're
We
gonna
can
do
go on,
part
take the money and
B.
run. Oh, we're gonna do part B.
Part B, because that's all I can. That's all I know about the AB. What are they? AB what? The ABs.
FB.
The ABs.
What?
You know the ABs.
ABs? I've never heard of the
AB.
ABC. Oh, the ABs.
Oh, what did it see? Nice.
26 of them.
I don't know what code. Yeah, poker game. That's something we can do next in the night when we come back from a break, and that's where
We're doing
gonna,
all NBA.
You want to explain that really quick? What poker game could
We're
be?
doing all in on 2 teams from East and West. Then we're doing call on 2 teams or 4 teams from East and West. And then we're doing bluffing my ass off on 6 teams from the East and West. Kind of our confidence in those teams.
All right. Sounds good to me. We will be back after a quick commercial break from our sponsors. And yeah, so we'll see you guys on the flip flop. Thank you for listening. We'll be back.
Gentlemen. Pressure makes diamonds are cold.
Gentlemen.
Diamonds are cold, yeah.
Gentlemen.
Pressure makes diamonds are cold.
Gentlemen.
Diamonds are cold, yeah. It's just two dudes being gents talking sports.
That's what I love about Wyatt. He can talk himself into anything.